Good morning everyone. Welcome back again in grade 10 mathematics. I hope you all are fit and fine and doing well at your home. Today we are going to discuss a new topic. In our previous video we have finished second chapter polynomial and I hope you all are understood. And now move ahead. Today's new topic is third chapter, pair of linear equations in two variable. Okay, and weightage of this chapter in a final exam is 8 marks. That means this chapter is very most important for weightage. Okay, in your textbook there are only 2 chapters. It has weightage 8 marks. First one is third chapter and second one is 14th chapter. Okay. Let's begin what we learned today. Okay, in polynomial or in a previous standard, you all about know what is a linear equation. As well as in second chapter we talk about linear polynomial. See, linear equation or linear polynomial both are same but both are like similar word. Here we talk about linear equations but in two variable. Before that we recall what is a linear equation in a single variable, one variable. Okay, now let's start. Look here everyone. First we recall linear equation in one variable. Linear equation in one variable is equal to what is the standard form of a linear equation, or you can say what is the standard form of a linear polynomial. Simply ax plus b is equal to 0 where a is not equal to 0. This is said to be a standard form of a linear equation where a and b are constant, x is a variable and a is not 0. Okay, now see example. What is the example? Suppose I write x plus 2 is equal to 5. This is a linear equation. Okay. Also here in this equation there are only one unknown number. This is an unknown value. We don't know what is the x. If we simplify this equation, then after we say that x is equal to something what we get. Okay, but now this is a one unknown and one equation. Then if we find the value of x, what happen? We transpose 2 on another side and 5 minus 2 subtract therefore x is equal to 3. Therefore here we write x is equal to 5 minus 2, that means 3, and what we get, the value of x is equal to 3. Okay, it's a simple one variable, one equation, and we find the value of given variable. Okay, but if in a equation there are two unknown, then what happen? See here, suppose I write here equation 2x plus y is equal to 10, or simply x plus y is equal to 10. Okay, here in this equation there are two unknown, there are two variable, but we have only one equation. Then how we find the value of x and y? If we find x, So x is equal to 10 minus y. If we find y, so y is equal to 10 minus x. But in a form of y. If we find x, then what is the x? 10 minus y. We have value x, but in a term of y. Similarly, if we find y, then what happens? 10 minus x. Because x transpose on another side, it becomes negative. 10 minus x. Here also, we get value of y, but in term of x. Variable is not removed. Variable is already there. Where in a linear equation, with one variable, one unknown, one equation, then we can solve. Okay. But if we have equation with two variable or single equation, then we cannot find specific solution of this equation. Also, in another way, look, sum of two unknown variable is 10. That means we write 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. We write 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Simply. Also, you can write 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. This is correct statement. Also, you can write 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. Also, 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Also, you can write 11 minus 1 is equal to 10. Therefore, this scenario says us there are many solutions. If we have only one equation, in a two variable, then there are many solutions of x and y. We does not determine specifically x is equal to 8 or y is equal to 2. It may be x is equal to 5, y is equal to 5, or it may be x is equal to 9, y is equal to 1, or x is equal to 7, y is equal to 3, etc. So on. There are many solutions. Therefore, if we have single equation and two variable, we cannot justify a final value of x and y. Now, what we do? Okay. If we have a two variable, then we have compulsory two equation. Then we get the value of two unknown. That means the value of given two variable. Suppose first equation x plus y is equal to 10 and second equation x minus y is equal to 7. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now we easily solve this both equation and find x and y, both variable. Okay. In short, I want to say you in a one unknown, one equation, then we can solve the value of given variable. If we have two unknown, then compulsory we have two equation. Then we find what is the value of x and what is the value of y. Okay. Now in this chapter, pair. What is the meaning of this word pair? That means two of linear equation. This is a single linear equation in two variable. This is another linear equation in two variable. That means combination of two equations is said to be a pair. Okay. Pair of linear equations in a two variable. Here we use two variable x and y. Okay. I hope you all are understood. Now, in our previous video, we already learned standard form of a linear polynomial, standard form of a quadratic polynomial, standard form of a cubic polynomial. Same way, similar thing here we write what is the standard form of a linear equation in two variable. Okay. Now I write standard form of a linear equation in two variable. Therefore, I write standard form of a linear equation in two variable. Okay, what is the standard form? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is a single. If we have two equation, then again we write ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. But these both are same. Therefore, if we need to different equation. Therefore, we write here a1x, b1y, and c1. a2x, b2y, and c2. Where a1 is not 0, a2 is not 0, and a1, b1, c1 are constant. Or you can say that a1, b1, c1 belongs to R. Here you have to compulsory write a1 is not equal to 0 and a2 is not equal to 0. Here we take pair of linear equations because our main target to solve pair of given two equations. That was. Or okay, look, a1 is a coefficient of x, b1 is a coefficient of y, c1 is a constant term. Similar here in second equation, you can make many equations. a3x, b3y plus c3 is equal to 0. Third equation, fourth equation, fifth equation. But what we need here, we need only two equations. Okay. Or where a1, b1, c1 belongs to R. Also a2, b2, c2 belongs to R. Okay. Now move ahead. If we think by geometrical meaning, then this linear equation gives us a straight line. Also this equation gives us a straight line. Combination, intersection of these two lines is said to be a solution of given two equations. Okay. Now geometrical meaning, see, geometrical meaning okay, if ratio of these two coefficients is equal to ratio of these two coefficients is equal to ratio of these two constant terms. If it happens, there are three possibilities between two given equations. There are three possibilities. How many possibilities? There are three possibilities. So I write here 3 possibilities. Here 3 possibilities. First one, second one, and suppose third one. Okay. If we draw a two equation on a graph paper and look like this is a graph of any given first equation and this is a graph line of second equation. Then what is the solution? Unique solution and intersection. Then we can write unique solution. Okay, and we have solution. Therefore, we say that it is a consistent. It is a consistent and intersection. Suppose this is a L1 and L2. You write L1 and L2. unique solution, consistent, and what is the condition? A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. If ratio of A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2, then what happens? Then always there is a unique solution, consistent, and this is a condition. What is the second possibility? Second possibility is parallel line. Here you write intersecting line. Intersecting lines. Here we have parallel line. Parallel lines. Okay, no solution. Here intersection of these two lines have no any solution, no common point, therefore no solution. No solution. And here no solution, that means inconsistent. Inconsistent. And what is the condition to become a parallel line? Condition is that A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2, but is not equal to C1 upon C2. This is a condition of a parallel line and no solution and inconsistent. Okay, keep in your mind with figure. Always keep in your mind with figure, because we easily remember through a figure. Okay, compared to word. Okay, now what is the third? Third one is okay. Here we write what is the third? There are two lines. First one and second one is coincident. That means coincident. Same as overlapping. Lapping line. This is a L1 and this is a L2. Here this is a L1 and L2. Coincident, but what is the meaning of overlapping? So what happened? Here intersection line, parallel line, and what is that? Here we say that coincident lines. Dependent lines, or you can say that depends on line. Okay, and how many solutions? Many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Infinite many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Okay, in this case we have infinitely many solutions. And what about coincidence? Here coincident, here inconsistent. Here also consistent. And what is the condition of third one? And condition is all are same ratio. A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. This is the condition of third one. Okay. Again I repeat, if we have any two equation with two variables, there are three possibilities about its solution. First possibility is intersection line, unique solution. It have unique solution. Second possibility, there are no any solution. Third possibility, it have many solutions. Okay. You remember this condition. We use this condition in further example. 1, 2 and 3. Third one. Okay. I hope you all are understood. Okay, read carefully at your home. If you have any problem, you can ask me in our live session. Till then, have a good day and thank you.